Scream for your life.
What's up, Divine Fam? Welcome to today's Divine 5 at 5, where we talk about how we grow in our divine faith, family, fitness, focus, and finances from the biblical perspective. Today's Monday, Motivational Monday, and we're going to be talking about how we can grow in our divine faith. Titus 2:6 says, encourage the young men to live wisely. How do we grow in our divine faith? Hang out with older, wiser men of God. When you hang out with older and wiser, more mature believers, they help you to become more wise. I want to tell you about two amazing wise men who are very old that helped me become more wise. And these two guys, their names are Dan Schmitz and also Russell Jung. And when one day in the middle of the night, I felt just this desire to be in Oakland. And so that night where I felt the Spirit, I really felt the Spirit's like, why don't you go see if there's a job opening in Oakland? And there was a job opening for a youth pastor position at New Hope Covenant Church. And then so I called the person, and it was Russell. For the first time I met him I talked to him on the phone, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Russell Jung person, what are you doing right now? I just got off work the next day, and he's like, hey, why don't you just come over? So I went over there, and Russell lives in Oakland in what's called the Murder Dubs, and it's a very bad neighborhood. And so he lives there, and we started talking. I get to know him, and we start walking around the neighborhood, and he brings me to this one place, and he says, you see that right there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it was a crack house, and now it's a preschool. So a crack house, they turned into a preschool. And it's incredible. The ministry that Russell and also Dan, Pastor Dan of New Hope Covenant, a lot of amazing things they do in that community. And so when I hang around them, or even sometimes I check out, their sermons online, and just knowing the life they live, it makes me wiser. And so, and to talk a little bit more about Pastor Dan, I call him the St. Francis of the Hood. He just has a huge heart and compassion for the people in that neighborhood. Every year, New Hope Covenant would have a block party, and he's so kind. He opens up his house to anybody that's on the street to use his restroom. And I was like, one day I saw this guy, he looked very sketchy, and I was like, Pastor Dan, watch out for that guy. Like, he's going in your house and being all weird. He's like, oh, no, he's fine. I'm like, what? You have so much love and compassion, and just being around them, it grows you, And so I want to encourage you guys to check out New Hope Covenant Church in Oakland, if you guys are near the area. And you could even check out their sermons online. But these guys, man, they're superheroes for the kingdom of God. And I'm so blessed and grateful that I get to know them. And every time I hang out with them, they grow me. They correct me, and they direct me. And that's what you need. If we really want to grow in our divine faith, we need older, wiser, mature believers that we need to surround ourselves with to direct us more towards God. So I want to encourage you, get some old men or older women. And honestly, the age sometimes doesn't matter. They have to just be more mature. I'm thinking of my brother Barnaby. He's a lot younger than me, but I just feel like he's more wiser and mature. So my simple wisdom of the day that I'd like to share with you and encourage you to take action on is surround yourself with wiser men or women of the faith, and that will help you grow in your divine faith. I encourage you to continue to shine the divine and live God's dream!
Live God's dream, yeah!